here we are, week 6. A lot has happened in this past week. Just explosion of growth. Not really any rain, but that's okay. I had to do my own watering to just top it up. But they've grown like huge. Actually, I can actually already get a bit of a smell coming off them. They're doing very, very well. Very, very well. Like I said before, or like I showed in the other, they're too large as for me to get individual shots of them. So I'm just going to have to show you the two together. Why don't we just do that now? Why don't we just do that now? Why don't we just look at the two now? So there we are there, if you can see from the video. Like first of all, the other one has really come up. They're very, very close in height now, almost identical. The one that's just kind of stretching up just to say, hey, hey, kind of like standing on your tippy toes. I'm a little taller than you. They're just growing huge. So many branch offs. You can see scattered throughout there, all the different branch offs. I'm just going to show you something kind of in relation. Let's see if I can set something up. Hold on one second. Okay, so here we are. I'm just going to step in behind. Here we are. Here we are. Like right here. And I'm 6'1" tall guy. Yeah. Yeah. So there's some really nice growth there. It's come up pretty high on me. I would say from last video, it's probably just shy of a foot that it's gone up. Maybe 8 to 10 inches. I might be a little optimistic with a foot. So maybe about 8 to 10 inches still. Really, really nice. And bushed out. Really, really bushed out. These two here have just been going crazy. Really, really nice. Now, I really want to show you. So we've seen a huge explosion on these two here, but nothing like the explosion. Now, obviously, these two are the highest ones. But in terms of growth from last week to this week, I have a better one. I have a better one. Let's go take a look at it. Let's go right now. So we're just on the other side of the stairs. You're going to notice that I myself am in different positions just so that we can get a good view because I need to back up. I really need to back up. Yeah, let's just take a look at this one. This is the one, if you remember, if you recall, was kind of being overshadowed. That's not happening anymore. Even in the last video, you noticed it was starting to stretch up, but in this one here, it really, really exploded. Just take a look at it. It's like even with the sunflower at the moment, but again, it's branching off. It's easy twice as size as the plant that was blocking it before. Yeah, it has just exploded. Like this one here, easy 12 to 14 inches. Maybe even more actually, looking at the growth where it is compared to the other plant. Maybe even closer to 15. So let's just see, I'm going to see what I can do. Let me just see if I can show you an overall so you can see both sides and then you can really see what has actually happened. 1 second. Okay, we got it all set up. Take a look. So as you can see from that shot there, the three of them are very, very close in height. But if you remember, the one on the left was quite a bit shorter. But there's just been an explosion in the past week. I guess now that it's getting more sun because it's made it up over the other, that it has just been exploding. Lots of sun. No rain though. It's a problem because rain, I can just imagine what the growth would have been if we had gotten some rain. Because I'm just kind of watering the top surface. It's not really getting, I'm trying to soak as much as I can, but not as good as rain does. But they're thriving very well. So now we go to the opposite side of the story. We have the three that are just going crazy. So the opposite side of the story now, the ones at the back, if you recall, they were, like the one is like virtually in shade the whole day. There's like a slight little bit of morning sun that it gets and that's it. And you're really going to see that's really reflectant. And it seems to be much more drier back there. I've had to do way more watering than up front, but let's just take a look at them. So quite a bit shadier over here. which you can really, really see. Like I said, let's take a look and see what's happening to the plant. So if you take a look, you can see it's still quite short. As you can see some sun is just kind of breaking through, catching a couple of the leaves. We're still getting some good growth on it. We're still getting some nice tufting at the top, some growth here, happening here and here. What we're not seeing with this one here is the stretch, where it's stretching up, trying to catch as much sun. Because higher up, it's not going to get much more because of the shade. So it has decided, eh, if I reach, it isn't going to be there anyway, so what's the sense of reaching? So it seems to be anyways. It's still growing though. It's still looking really nice. It's not as high as the others, but it's still adding on. It's still growing, still adding on. So it makes me think that their roots are probably much more compact. They don't have the room that they can stretch to either, which would make sense with the soil back here. But let's take a look at the other one. Let's go. Let's go. So here we are looking at the one on the other side. It's looking a little on the droopy side. Again, I think lack of moisture is really getting to it. I've added my own. But so just take a look. It's gaining some height, but it's looking a little sparse. Looking a little sparse. And if you notice from this other shot here, the sunflower beside it is just going crazy. It's losing. It's losing this race. It is definitely losing this race. Not like the other one over there, sunflower to the plant. You can see they're pretty even, but over here, not the case. It's definitely losing. That's okay. That's okay. It's still growing. It's still sprouting new. It's a little bit taller than the other one over here. Yeah. Still looks all right. Still looks all right. We need rain. We need rain bad. Rain, just help all of it. Everything, throughout. They still look nice though. Still look nice. Not as nice as the ones up front, but they all still look nice. Still looks nice. So this is about the time, always in the other videos, where I just like to show some of the other growth happening. We've had quite a few changes. Like I mentioned the zucchini before, there's only a couple left, but they still come up on a regular basis. They're so mild to flavor. They're just so good. The squashes are really going crazy. We actually grabbed our first squash last night. Tastes really, really nice. They look like pumpkins to me, and because of the rain, the lack of rain, those plants as well have kind of, the leaves have kind of started drooping a bit, which offers us a huge opportunity to take a look at what's in there. Let's just take a look at the patch. So you can just make out from the video, just going to show you in a second, the little zucchinis. There's a bit of a big one in there too, but let's take a look. See them? See them popping in there? So they're still coming up on a regular basis, which is great because they taste so good. Now let's see if I can get a good shot of some of the squashes, just so you can kind of see what we got. Give me 1 second. So you can just make out the one squash in there. It's pretty good size actually. See if I can give you a better shot of that. Let me come in. There. I got something in relation. You can see the size. But it's not just that one there. There's another one I want to show you a little farther in that we noticed. And it looks just like a pumpkin. Literally just like a small pumpkin. Let's take a peek. Yeah, take a look at that. Just kind of nestled in there. It's looking really nice again. Looks like a little pumpkin. Like a little pumpkin. Talking about pumpkins, I'm going to show you what's happening with the shed. So we're just going to take a look over at the shed. Remember, we have the vines going up and over the top. Take a look. They've taken over the side. They're onto the roof. Let's try to get a closer look on top of the shed. There's some things I want to show you. They're looking really nice. Come. Okay. so here we are in the shed. You can see some little guys popping up here, but look at that. Look at that. There's even, if you can make it out, there's even a nice one farther in there. So that's some of the stuff growing in the patch. We've got some other stuff in there hidden in the middle, cucumbers, green beans. We've actually been taking some as well, been very nice. Got beets going in there too, they should be ready. We've also got some tomatoes kind of peppered around through the yard. I can show you a shot of a couple of those in just a second, but I just want to look back. You know what? I can show you those now. Let's go take a look at those. So as you can see, there's the tomatoes there, another sunflower in the way. But you can really see we got some tomatoes coming in. There. And switch over. These are the ones we got going in the greenhouse. A couple down in there. Quite a few. Weighing down the vine a little bit. And just behind the greenhouse, we have these ones. Again, sunflower mixed in the middle here. Well, looks like the tomatoes got a good hold on it. It's got a good hold. But again, it's popping. Little tiny ones. I see more flowers coming up, some other little tiny babies. Yeah, they're coming along nicely as well. And just goes the whole way. Just a whole row of them. I know I never really showed you the tomatoes before because there wasn't really much to show. They were kind of growing. But now they got some nice fruits on them. They're producing quite nice. But nothing compares. Nothing compares. Let's take a shot again showing the overall. Look at those three. Look at those three. Nothing compares to that. Nothing compares. So that's been 6 weeks. We're our 6th week today. Man, I know, again, I said this last time too. I know I keep saying this over and over, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy. They're just going so good, considering it's only been 6 weeks. Like I said, I'm not some big guy growing all this stuff or this whole big production and stuff. I'm just a local guy using my backyard, what I can to grow a little bit of things here and there. It seems to be working out for me. Yeah, seems to be working out. It just goes to show anybody can do it. You just need a little bit of space. Even if I didn't have a yard like this, pots. I would use pots. Yeah, they wouldn't be quite as big, but you know what? I'm still doing it. Yeah, I'm really happy. It's so easy. It's so easy. And like I said, I didn't start until the 15th of June, which is quite late in the season, but it just shows you can do it anytime you want. Whenever you feel like it, just do it. It's super easy. Anybody can. Yeah. So, like I said, that's what's happened in a week. I'm really excited because I want to see what happens in another week. And I think you do too. You do too. So come back. Yeah, come back. Come back and see me next week. Let's see what happens. I can show you what's going on. Come back.